They have a rather fluorescent style jersey they brought out in Hong Kong, and not sporting the green anymore as a predominant colour. Love that shade of green though, and it exemplifies the island of Sri Lanka. Everything's so lush and green there, a beautiful country to visit. If you haven't been lucky enough to get along, I thoroughly recommend it. Beautiful beaches, lovely hill stations up country, a little cooler, and the beautiful city of Colombo as well, with all its old Victorian style buildings. And a bit of the new as well. Boy, they've built some highways, lovely highways in the last couple of years as well, to make getting around a lot easier. Our referee, Dewi Rowlands, is late for his engagement as the referee of this clash. Probably just fixing his clothes, making sure that everything's just right. As we see Surya Bandara, who was injured in the first leg in Hong Kong, back, and he's an excitement machine. I can't wait to see him team up with Will Vilvara on the wing, who also stamped his mark on the tournament. It's Kazakhstan with a rolling maul, and that's the way they love playing it. Here's Abdrazakov. Oh, that's a good ball into space though there. This is better interplay from Kazakhstan. Could have slipped the pass there, just breaks down, but eventually they get it out. Big strong run from Makarenko. Imam looked left, decided against it, gives the ball to Abdrazakov. It's a Baratov on the outside, and now it goes to Olhoski. Makarenko getting around the field for a big man. Oh, he's got his legs pumping now. Hard prospect to tackle, and they're only 7 metres out. This is a great start from Kazakhstan. Really caught the Sri Lankans napping so far. Akimbakov to Abdrazakov. Out again on the outside to Baratov. Just can't go all the way, can't finish it off. And there's a free kick against. This is where it's frustrating watching this Kazakhstan play. Just a silly mistake like that, where the guy inside the 5 metre line just obstructing the fast line out, and all that good, all that positive play comes to no points, which is a real shame. Imam does well there to support his teammate. Here's Makarenko, who's looked a lot fitter than we've seen him, which is good. Baratov challenging past Abdrazakov, but he plays well. Now Kazakhstan have obviously picked this game for one that they can do well in. Oh, again they're penalised, holding on this time. Support just a little bit slow. So here it is for Sri Lanka, all this energy they've sapped up, and this is the new man, Wangavulangi, which isn't a traditional Sri Lankan name. You've picked that well. He's obviously got some Fijian ancestry there as well. Wangavulangi showing some real pace. Interesting, they've gone for a flyer as their first foreign-born player, where a lot of people would say that Sri Lanka maybe just need a bit of meat and muscle up front. Just an extra man in the forwards. Sometimes where they're beaten when the game gets to later stages. Teams like Korea, who have real strength and pace, just able to deal with them rather easily. Japan too, another team that has some big physical men as well as the pace. Sri Lanka sapping up a lot of pressure there and coming back with the try. They're going to have to be careful too there with their runs through from the kickoff. Looks slightly in front there, Mr. Patirana. So they've held this one up. Turnover against Kazakhstan. New coach, Mr. Alexander Zatiev, who was in the front row in the 15s team for Kazakhstan for many years. So Surya Bandara, this excitement machine at 12 there, plucks the ball away. Ratwate's at first receiver, and then it gets to Marija. Marija just trying to time his run nicely on the inside, but doubles round and manages to help his teammate Tuwarara. But that's good defensive rucking. It's strange how one team can do that, like Hong Kong in the last game, and get a turnover. Kazakhstan did it with their momentum fell to ground and get penalised and lose another try. This time to Surya Bandara. It was a great defensive ruck from Kazakhstan, and you could tell by Marija having his backside on the turf that they'd done really well. And from that, with Marija hitting the ground, and there was nowhere for the Kazakhstan forwards to go but down as well. Doesn't look too good for Prilipko there, who's been taken off. So Olhovsky, who's had about 30 seconds off to get a breather, will have to come back on. Very short performance there from Prilipko. Good restart from Sri Lanka. They recycle the ball. Surya darts through the middle, and he is just so hard, so elusive to catch. It's great to have him back. He really is fun to watch. This time it's Ratwate. He's got a big pair of shoulders on him, hasn't he? So he slots the conversion this time. Marija obviously giving away a bit of responsibility, the usual kicker. Quickly moves to 21-0. And Kazakhstan, after their very bright, effervescent start, they've sadly plummeted into some defensive and negative tactics. Oh, there's a nice big hit though from Abdurazakov. I feel sorry for him. He's a great player, and sometimes he just gets a bit frustrated. You can see with his body language that it'll do him some good. Getting a hit out of the way. Kazakhstan slow to come back here in their defensive line, so plenty of depth for Sri Lanka to work with and time on the ball. Patirana, sloppy pass to Surya Bandara, but here he goes again. Someone manages to finally drag him down, and he knocks it on. Must be almost half time. That's Abdurazakov. He's been a real fixture in all Kazakhstan teams for the last 6 or 7 years. Great athlete. Played a lot of basketball in his youth. Now it goes wide. Bit of a cut inside there. No way through for Nazarbayev, 22-year-old. Here's Makarenko, who after that bright and breezy first 2 or 3 minutes has gone a bit quiet. Here's Olhovsky, another man who comes from basketball. He's only been playing rugby for 3 years, but certainly is a good aggressive runner, as we see there, just hurdle the Sri Lankan defenders. Abdurazakov needs support. This is where Kazakhstan let themselves down a bit. It's a knock-on from Sri Lanka though, so there's advantage to be played here. Nazarbayev, good running at pace, and a little bit of showbiz there. Makarenko takes the contact and spills the ball. So a turnover here for Wangavulangi, Mututantri, and the ball comes out, and Makarenko goes down on it. So this is a good exchange of play here for Kazakhstan. Here's Olhovsky, who cuts inside again. Gosh, he's got some good quality, this boy. And that's a good reward for Kazakhstan. They deserved at least one try. And Ivan Olhovsky, who we first saw in Kazakhstan colours at the Hong Kong Football Club earlier this year when they were playing 15s, and yeah, he's only been playing rugby for 3 years, so he's got some real skill. Declines to kick at goal, although we've seen him place kick as well previously on the 15s game. It's left for the man they call Tata, Abdurazakov, to slot the conversion. Tata apparently, because he looks like he's from Turkey, and apparently I do as well, according to Alia, the Kazakhstan media liaison officer. So Ildar Abdurazakov and I have something in common. We both look Turkish. Enough of that, Istanbul. It's half time. Sri Lanka lead 21 points to 7. Kimbakov, another man who's been around the Kazakhstan rugby team for 6 or 7 years. It's a great thing about following this Asian rugby circus, both the Asian Five Nations and the Asian Sevens Series. You get to meet some very interesting characters from different cultures. The Kazakhstanis, very rough and raw, ready guys. Lovely guys. The Sri Lankans, friendly, always smiling. Although they won't be smiling about this. This is Roman Sorokodziuba, who's just come on at half time and shows a nice bit of pace. Again, some good positive starting here from Kazakhstan. And they've managed to exploit some space on the outside as well. And I tell you what, that is one of the first times I've seen Kazakhstan use pace and space to hopefully score a try. There's a little conference going on in by the corner there as Abdurazakov walks back, not too far. I'm not sure if they're completely confident it's a try, but they've awarded it. So that's good work from Kazakhstan. What a good period of play. Using their big man, Sorokodziuba, to pump it up the inside, up the middle, and get good fast ball, and lo and behold, good fast hands to the outside man, and he went over in the corner. So you can just sense an evolution of what Kazakhstan are trying to do with their play, which is great. Pat on the back for Mr. Zatayev, the coach. That's Sorokodziuba, who, as we said, just came on, so got lots of gas in the tank. Conversion unsuccessful from Olhovsky. But Kazakhstan find themselves within a couple of tries away from Sri Lanka. Earlier on today we saw the People's Republic of China beat Kazakhstan 26-0, so it was a good start for them. And I don't know, it's probably going to be one of the closest games we'll see today, the Chinese versus the Sri Lankans. One of those matchups that could go either way is Marija, who's playing in a sort of second receiver role at the moment, and shows some good pace. Fadzil Marija. So that's put the game beyond doubt, you would imagine, with just 2 or 3 minutes left. And well, you won't want me describing him as a veteran, but Marija's been around for a while as well. Looks like he'd like a spell now after that sprint to the try line. Well, they're all having a turn at kicking. This time Ratwate unsuccessful. Might be an area they need to work on. 3 or 4 of them having tried the kicking duties. 26 points to 12 now. So Chaturanga is on. Surya Bandara takes the restart. 26-12 as we said. Sorokodziba. Nice quick ball. This is great from Kazakhstan. They look really good when they give themselves a chance to play with the space. A great run there from, I think it's Nukobayev. So Kazakhstan get the penalty. In fact, it's Lukmanov who had the run. Didn't do too badly as well. And here's Olhovsky. Well, he's got a lot of space to get up a bit of speed. Great defence though on the outside from Vilvara, who's been quiet so far today. Vilvara, boy, we saw him explode with pace in the first leg in Hong Kong. And talking of pace, it's Spider Legs himself, Ranjan, who strides away after that fast turnover. Look at those thighs. Certainly not an easy prospect to tackle, all knees and elbows and gangliness, Mr. Spider. And he decides he's going to correct the kicking woes, Mr. Ranjan Danushka. He can't get it. It would have been a goal in soccer, but not over the crossbar, sadly. I just referees asked the assistant referee in for a little chat. Not sure what they're talking about, whether there was any obstruction there, and whether Dewey's just making sure. He's going to call out one of the Kazakhstan players, I think. No, play restarts without anybody getting penalised, or maybe just a caution there. Well, good pressure on the kickoff from Sri Lanka. But Kazakhstan again look to go wide. Nice passing skill. Really feel things are moving in the right direction for Kazakhstan if they can keep this improvement up. It would be good for rugby in general in Asia, that's for sure. As Baratov clears for touch. So an attacking line out. Lukmanov. Here's Baratov. Some of these new players they've got coming in look very impressive. There's a Nukabayev. So on the outside to Lukmanov again, who cuts inside and finds support. Baratov is there. Good little combos, little ball exchanges here from Kazakhstan that we don't see very often from them. So bright stuff. Here's Sorokodziba, who smashes into Pereira. Still going. Again, lovely interplay from Kazakhstan. This is brilliant stuff from the Kazakhs. Really good to see. And it's Prulipko who goes in for the try. In fact, it's Nukabayev. But what nice play, and just a transition of the style from Kazakhstan in the 2-week period since Hong Kong. Most impressive. Well, Wilwara hasn't featured in this game at all, which is a real mystery. They've left out Hirath for this leg, who's been their normal speedster last season. He got no time because of Wilwara's emergence in Hong Kong. There's Yosita Rajapaksa, X-15's captain, showing us a nice piece of skill, a slap back, and here we go. This time it's Wilwara. We mention his name, and lo and behold, he pops up like a jack-in-the-box to score a try. That was all due to good work from the kickoff. Not received well, but Rajapaksa cleaning up with a nice slap back, and then good counter-attacking skills from Sri Lanka. Pereira decides he's going to have a go at conversion and is successful. So a good victory for Sri Lanka. But I've got to say that I think Kazakhstan will be pretty happy with their performance as well. Showing some real bright periods of play there. And losing eventually 38 points to 17, Sri Lanka over Kazakhstan.